Hi guys, I'm gonna show my book, Rainbow Fairies and Special Edition, Joy the Summer Vacation Fairy. Okay. This is the Jack Frost Castle, and this is the Fairyland, and I'm gonna start to read. Have you finished packing yet? Rachel, Miss Walker called upstairs. Chrissy and her parents will be here soon. Almost done, Rachel Walker shouted back. It was the beginning of the summer vacation, and in just a few hours, she and her parents will be back on Arraysville Island. Even better, Chrissy Tate, Rachel's best friend, was going to be staying there with her parents too. The two girls had met on that same island the summer before. It had been a magical time. Very magical, Rachel thought with a smile. She and Chrissy shared an amazing secret. They were friends with fairies. They had first met fairies when King and Queen and Fairyland asked for their help rescuing rainbow fairies. Then Rachel and Chrissy had many more fairy adventures. I wonder if we'll see any fairies this summer, Rachel thought. She touched the golden locket she always wore around her neck. Christy had one just like it. They had been gifts from Fairy Queen and were filled with magical fairy dust. Rachel only had two things left to pack, her toothbrush and her favorite t-shirt. She hunted through her drawers. Where was it? Just then, she glimpsed the corner of the sleeve sticking out from under her breast. Oh no, she groaned, pulling the shirt out. There was a big ketchup stain on the front. Uh-oh. Upset that she hadn't asked her mom to wash it earlier, Rachel went to the bathroom to get her toothbrush. When she came back, she gasped. The t-shirt was neatly folded on the bed and big stain. Her nearly disappeared. There was just a little mark on the sleeve. Rachel leaned in to take a closer look. It wasn't just a mark, it was a tiny sandy footprint. A ray of sunshine through the window and the sleeve of her t-shirt glowed fairy dust. Rachel braced. But magical moment was interrupted with car beeped outside. Hurry up, Rachel! Rachel heard her mom's footsteps on the stairs. Christy's here. Rachel shoved the t-shirt in her suitcase and hurried downstairs. Hi, Rachel! Christy cried, running through the front door. Her dark hair was in the pigtails, and she was wearing shorts and a pink t-shirt. Sorry we're a little late, Miss Tate, Christy's mom, said as she and Mr. Tate walked in behind. Christy, the car had flat tire when we got up this morning, or at least I thought it did, Mr. Tate added, but by the time I got in my toes out, the tire wasn't flat anymore. Very strange, he laughed, almost like magic. Rachel and Christy and she looks magic. Rachel wanted to tell Christy about the fairy footprint, but she couldn't say anything in the front of their parents. Christy, do you want to come and see my new comforter before we leave? Sure, Christy replied. They ran upstairs. Christy seemed to realize that the comforter had just been an excuse. She glanced quickly at it. It's beautiful, she said before turning back to Rachel, her eyes shining. So do you think my dust tie was fixed it by magic? It was really weird. I was with Dad when he went back with his toys, and I thought I heard the music. It was like the bells on an ice cream truck. Rachel couldn't hold her news in any longer. I bet it was magic, she said. A fairy's been here too. Really, Christy gasped. Rachel nodded and told Christy about her t-shirt. There was a tiny sandy footprint on it. She said it must have been made by a fairy. Let's look around, Christy exclaimed. Maybe the fairy's still here. Rachel and Chrissy had just started looking when Mr. Walker opened the door. Come on, you two. If we don't leave now, we'll miss the fairy. The girls took one last look around Rachel's bedroom, then followed Mr. Walker downstairs. They piled in Rachel's dad car and set off for her fairy. The girls couldn't talk about fairies with Mr. and Miss Walker sitting in the front seat, but it was fun just to be together again. I can't wait to get to Rainbow Island, Rachel said. Grinning. Me neither, agreed Chrissy. I want some roses in Rainbow ice cream. Yeah, Rachel sighed happily. Rosie saw delicious ice cream from her truck near the harbor. I can't wait to go swimming at the beach and wait in the tide pools, Chrissy said. They grinned at each other. The vacation was going to be so fun. As they got on the ferry, Mr. Tate looked up at the blue sky. It should be a very calm trip, he commented. Good, said Miss Walker. I don't want to feel seasick. Why the ferry turned across the flat blue water, Rachel and Christy watched it early for the glip. Rainbow Island. There it is! Christy exclaimed as the rocky island appeared on the horizon. Suddenly, she shivered. Brrr! The sun went behind a cloud. The girls looked up. Big black clouds were racing across the sky. The sea's getting rougher. Rachel said, Wow, what a quick change in the weather, Mr. T exclaimed. Do you think it's magic? Rachel whispered to Christy. Maybe it has something to do with Jack Frost, Christy whispered, but Fairy lunged over a wave and she grabbed it to her seat. I don't feel very well, Miss Walker said, looking green. I think I better go inside. Are you coming, girls? No, we'll stay out here, Rachel said. Now, the waves were very choppy now, and the wind was freezing, but she wanted to talk to Chrissy alone. Okay, but if it gets any rougher, I want you both to come inside, replied Miss Walker. It has to be magic, Christy said to Rachel. As soon as their parents had left, I bet Jack Frost is up to something, Rachel replied. The waves got rougher and rougher. I think we should go inside, said Christy, looking worried. Rachel nodded, holding on the nearby seat. They stared toward the door. Suddenly, a big wave tossed the boat upward. Chrissy stumbled and fell, landing next to a pile of ropes, fighting to keep her balance. Rachel hurried after her. Friend, are you okay? Chrissy nodded. Yes, thanks. She started to get up. Rachel grabbed her arm. What's that? What? Chrissy asked. That noise, said Rachel. Listen. They both listened. They could hear a tiny groaning sound coming from somewhere nearby, and one of the clothes of rope looked a little glittery, even though the sun wasn't shining. It's coming from over here, Christy said. She broke off with a gasp. Oh, there was a fairy lying under the rope. She had short-lived honey blonde hair and was wearing bright top and matching skirt. She had a necklace made out of tiny white shells. Her skin was pale. Under her fixer, she girded and clutched her stomach. Hello, Rachel softly. The fairy jumped for a moment. She looked scared, but then she smiled. Oh, hello, aren't you Rachel and Christy? She asked. Yes, Rachel replied. She felt a thrill of excitement that the fairy knew who they were. I'm enjoying the summer vacation, fairy. The little fairy told them. I make sure that the summer vacations are special. She broke up off with a moan. Are you okay, Christy asked. No, I feel awfully seasick, said George. It's all Jack Frost's fault. He turned the sea rough. Christy looked at Rachel. We thought it was Jack Frost. He's been doing all sorts of bad things on Rainbow Island, George said weakly. Rachel frowned. Like what? George moaned again. I'm sorry, I can't tell you right now. I feel too sick. If I didn't feel so bad, I could use my magic seaweed to climb the waves. Can we help? Said Chrissy. Joy nodded and opened her fairy-sized beach bag. Was covered with tiny amber shells. She pulled out the striped seaweed that glittered with green sparkles. Slide this over the top of green sparkles like this over the top of the waves, and the water will climb down. Rachel and Chrissy hurried to the side of the ferry. Rachel leaned over to the railing, but the waves still looked far away. It's not going to reach, Rachel said in dismay, dealing the piece of seaweed from her hand. Then she gasped. Chrissy, look, the sparkle seaweed was growing. Wow, Chrissy exclaimed. The seaweed stretched down until it brushed the top of the wave. With a whoosh of burst green and gold sparks fist across water. Almost instantly, the waves began to climb. It's working, Chrissy cried. He pulled up the seaweed and ran back to Joy. The little fairy was smoothing down her wavy hair. Thank you so much, she said. I'm feeling better already. She grinned at them. Did you notice that I was at your house today? You cleaned up my t-shirt, Rachel said, and fixed my dad's tire. Chrissy added. Joyce nodded. I was trying to make sure Jack Frost didn't keep you from getting to Rainsboro on time. I really need your help. The goblins have been wrecking everyone's vacation because Jack Frost wants Rainsboro Island all for himself. Her one suddenly made a twinkly sound like bells on an ice cream truck. Chrissy nudged it. Rachel, that's the noise I heard when my dad's tire was being fixed. Oh goodness, Joyce, looking at her one. There must be a new problem on the island. I'll tell you all about Jack Frost later. Thanks for helping me. She flew into the air in a burst of golden dust. The next second, she was gone. Rachel beamed at Chrissy. It looks like we're going to be having a fairy adventure this summer after all. And this is a chapter, and we're gonna do it next time. And don't forget to subscribe and like it. Thank you.